Hello, my name is Samantha Jernigan, and I'm going to present the support group Women for Sobriety. What is Women for Sobriety? Women for Sobriety is an organization of women for women. Women for Sobriety will help develop connections between all of the women and will help also women through traumas and help make sure they get through depression, self-esteem, loneliness, and feelings of guilt. Why only women? Women and men both have different reasons why they start becoming addicted to some substances. However, yes, they do cross paths sometimes. Like, it's not exactly set. Men are more likely to start becoming addicted to substances because of peer pressure, and women are more likely to because of self-medicating. The self-medicating could be because hugely is based on trauma. Women are also more likely to relapse. This is tied back to self-medicating, because if you don't work through why the person is self-medicating, they're just going to continue to relapse. Just because there's differences in how they develop their addictions also makes a difference in recovery. All women are included in the Women for Sobriety support group, so everyone from the LGBTQ community can continue to go. History. Women for Sobriety was founded by Dr. Jean Kirkpatrick in 1975. She struggled from alcoholism starting at the age of 19. She was married young, and she was trying to go through school and trying to just balance all of life. She was struggling very hard, and she ended up going through a divorce, and her drinking just progressively got worse. She tried going to AA multiple times and realized it just wasn't helping her. She wasn't able to help herself through how she was feeling to help cope with the addiction. She realized the lack of knowing herself and needing to change her mindset was the only way she would be able to actually recover from active addiction. She developed the New Life program. The New Life program, it follows 13 affirmations, just like NA and AA following the 12-step program. Positive reinforcement. She believes telling the other women and even telling herself that, like, you're doing a good job. You did great today. Just for even the small things would make a great impact on someone's mindset. Positive thinking. And you have to also think about that about yourself. Yes, you can push others to be like, have a positive mindset, but you also have to have it for yourself to get through addiction. If you believe that, oh, you're not going to be able to get clean, you're not going to be able to stay sober, if you're not going to be able to even stay away from the people that you need to stay away from, you're not going to be able to do those things. You have to be able to believe that you are going to have a stable life. You are going to be happy. You are going to be able to do all these wonderful things, to be able to have the motivation and push yourself to actually break addiction. Letting your body help. Meditation, walks, focusing on your healthy matters, because you have to physically be healthy and physically feel good to help push yourself become healthy in the mind. Meditation also helps many people just reset their brain for the day and let go of the baggage. Group therapy. Developing connections with other people can help you through the loneliness and the negative mindsets. It helps you be understood and focuses on self-help that continues to just be working on yourself. The 13 affirmations. I have a life-threatening problem that has once had me. That is just like NA and AA in my mind, because it's accepting that you have an addiction, accepting that there is a problem and something you need to work on. You can't just put it on the back burner. Negative thoughts to destroy only myself. You need to reduce the negativity, it says, because if you are not focusing on yourself and focusing on how you react to these things, you're not going to be able to push yourself. Happiness is a habit I am developing. You can't just be happy as much as everyone would like. You have to work for it. Like, it just doesn't come naturally sometimes. Problems bother me only to the degree I permit. No self-loathing, self-pity. You have to accept what happened, and you have to be able to push yourself to knowing that you can't just stay focusing on the negatives. I am what I think. That is going back to, if you believe that you are a terrible person or worthless or anything around that matters, you're going to believe it, and it's not going to be able to change that mindset. They're going to have to shift that mindset to be saying they're worthy, they're beautiful, they're strong, to get them through everything, their traumas, their difficulties in life, their addiction. Life can be ordinary or it can be great. Greatness is mine by a conscious effort. I have to put that effort in. Love can change on the course of my mind. Caring is all important. The fundamental object of life is emotional and spiritual growth. Daily, I put my life into a proper order, knowing which are the priorities. You have to know what is a priority and what is not. Like, you have to change it around, because right now, people who are new to sobriety still have the addiction on the top of their list, and you have to move it to like family, yourself should be number one. You have to work on yourself. The past is gone forever. No longer am I victimized by the past. I am a new woman. You got to accept what happened and move on to have that healthier lifestyle. All love given returns. I am learning to know that I am loved. Enthusiasm, can't say that word, is my daily exercise. I treasure the moments of my new life. Changing these aspects help develop a positive mindset, a new spiritual awakening in yourself. I am a competent woman and I have much to give life. This is what I am. I shall know it always. I am responsible for myself and for my actions. I'm in charge of my mind, my thoughts, and my life. Do not give up to the addiction. Do not give up to the trauma. Do not give up. They're saying you are, the individual, is in control of their life. Don't forget that. The levels of recovery. Level 1, accepting of having a substance abuse problem and ending the use of the drug, just like NA, AA, and Marijuana Anonymous. Level 2, putting behind the bad thoughts. Level 3, creating and practicing self-image. That's just like self-prophecy. If you see yourself as worthy, beautiful, strong, you're more likely to actually become that person. Level 4, using new attitudes to enforce new behaviors. Level 5, improving relationships. That you can also do that in helping with the Women for Sobriety of the connections with other women. You can also use the things that they learn in developing these connections in their real life, like in their families, in their workforce. Level 6, recognizing life's priorities. This is about Jessica's story. Her mom developed an alcohol addiction, and she wanted to tell the story about how Women for Sobriety helped her mother and herself.
Growing up, my social circle consisted of my aunts and my uncles and my cousins. And in that circle, we were all very aware and very forthcoming about the family history of alcoholism and addiction and the genetic implications there. But despite this awareness, or maybe even because of it, we treated drinking in that immediate little circle as just the way things were. And, it was kind of a running joke. It was fun. It was nobody here was mean drunks. We had fun when we drank, so it was okay. We put the fun in dysfunctional. And so that acceptance of drinking just moved forward kind of slowly, so that by the time I was in high school, I didn't really question it when mom poured her third drink on a Wednesday afternoon, or when she passed out during our Jeopardy marathon, or when she had forgotten the oranges in the stocking. Shortly after I started college, we moved out to this isolated house in Queen Creek. We were out in the middle of nowhere. We were pretty much an hour away from everything, including all of our family. And so while we were there, my mom and I got even closer than we had been before, and came to rely on each other a lot for support and companionship. So it was during this time that I started to notice my mom's drinking more, I guess. There was that sting when she couldn't remember a conversation that we had had, the disappointment when I had to finish a movie alone because she passed out before the end, or the letdown when she got up for the third time to go mix herself a new drink. But underneath all of that was the sneaking suspicion that it was all because she had become really dissatisfied and unhappy with herself. And I felt this responsibility to help her see who she was to me and to the rest of us. And, I'd grown up with this incredible woman, just strong and capable, and this vivacious nonstop dynamo. And somewhere along the way, she had stopped seeing herself that way, and she had lost that spark, and I wasn't sure how to help her find it again. My mom first told me almost 5 years ago now that she was going to quit drinking. I was immediately very proud and excited for that decision, but I also had some concerns about roadblocks that I knew she would face along the way. And I remember asking her at one point why she was doing it, why she was getting started on this journey that I knew would be difficult for her. And one of the reasons that she gave me was because she wanted to be a part of her future grandchildren's lives. And I remember being really confused by that statement, because it had never occurred to me that she wouldn't be a part of their lives. We were really close, and I was forever away from having kids anyway, so I wasn't thinking about that at all. But now that I am a mother myself, I realize that she was right, that where she was at that point, she wasn't somebody who I would have around my kids. I had no idea at the beginning of my mom's journey that there was a sobriety support group out there that would help its members find that light in themselves again. I didn't know that it was an option to approach sobriety through a lens of self-love rather than guilt and shame, or that there was a group that would teach my mom to forgive herself for things that she had done while she was drinking, by helping her to understand why she had been drinking in the first place. Women for Sobriety wasn't the only program that my mom worked to get sober, and I am grateful to each of those for providing her with a different facet of what she needed to be successful. However, it is Women for Sobriety that I credit with helping my mom build herself back up with love and compassion, so that she could not only quit drinking, but so that she could also get back to enjoying life and enjoying herself again. Not only was WFS able to do this for my mom, but as she explored the statements and shared them with me, I was also able to let go of some of my own feelings of responsibility and guilt over her drinking. And even though I have never been a part of the WFS chat rooms myself, I've gained so much from them. Through my mom's work with WFS, I have gained insight into how to approach some of my own issues with compassion and understanding, as well as accountability. And although I have not spoken to the women myself, their support, their understanding, and their community has given me something that at some point I thought I might have lost. These women have given me Thanksgiving board games and Sunday morning coffee. You've given me Christmas oranges and Saturday movie nights. You've given me Wednesday walks, Easter barbecues, and weekend trips. You've given my Declan his Mimi. Women for Sobriety gave me back my family. And for that, to every single one of you, I want to say thank you.
I like this video in particular because she talks about how her mother developed a good connection with all these women and worked through her addiction and worked through her self-image and gained a healthier lifestyle in the long run and can now be a part of her grandchildren's lives. And I also like that it showed the daughter also used these steps to work in her own life, even though she wasn't going through addiction. And I like that it shows that anyone can use these steps to work on themselves. How I will use this information. Um, I can use the same tactics on the clients. I can ask them if they have poor self-image and loneliness and depression and see if we can work through those things with like meditation and like I cannot deal with the trauma, but I can be a person that can help them get the motivation to start working on themselves. I can refer women to the program that I believe are a good fit for them, like if they have trauma-based addiction. Take into consideration that not all treatments will work. Some people might not work in this group. Some people might not work in AA. Some people might not work in NA. I have to base it on the client. I can also use this information for myself. Like I can make sure that I keep myself in a healthy mindset to help clients to the best of the ability I can, because if I let my self-image or my depression get the best of me, then I will not be able to help them as much as I would want to. Women for Sobriety is another option for women to treat their addiction. The group focuses on self-help and connections to ensure the clients does not feel alone. And that is all. And thank you for your time. I hope you guys all have a great day.